Are we recording? What's going on, everybody? The Serpent the Charmer here for the 26th installment of the Weekly Writing Challenge. Last week in week 25, the prompt was to write a story about characters going back in time to either save or destroy the future. And I have to say, I am really impressed with the contributions from last week. They were a ton of fun to read, and we got a lot of good stuff. So I'm sad to say I only have time to list off a few here today. So without further ado, here's some great work that came from week 25. First up is Dayglo's short story, 1 Week's Jump. This is a really punchy little story that's as funny as it is brief. I'm not going to read any of Dayglo's story because it being as short as it is, I don't want to ruin any of it by telling a large chunk, but just trust me, you gotta go read it. The next piece is Doctor Who with a minor in accounting's time travel? That's absurd. And holy shit. This is without a doubt one of the strangest, craziest, and funniest shorts I've ever read on Hit Record to date. That horrifying incident is why the Illad Sprock had been created. If they could find out who Fartmonger was and stop him from becoming Fartmonger, then Fartmonger would never play at the festival and all those lives would be saved. Not to mention the countless lives that would be changed for the better if Skullfucker Johnson was able to continue his selfless acts of charity. I only read a little bit of it to show you just how insane most of it is, so please go read that one. The next one on the list is Umberta's amazing short entitled Will, and I'm only going to read the first line because it's kind of short. Attempt 9. Tied him to a chair until he made the promise. I had not left the driveway yet when I heard the gunshot. Here's my final choice, great short from Fred Watford called The Relativity of Memory. Standing in a short line of people, I am barely able to keep myself from throwing those in front of me onto the ground and stepping over their broken bodies to get what I came for. I adjust myself in the ill-fitting sweatpants I'd stolen out of the Jeep, the small wad of cash in the pocket stretching further the comically tight pants. So, great job last week, everyone, but let's get to this week's challenge. One of the best prompts for writers is to include a specific phrase or a set of words into a story or poem that allows for a massive amount of different tales to be told that are all anchored to the same inclusion. So let's write about that. This week I want you to write a short story or a poem that includes the phrase, "This is what happens when you invite something wild into your home." You could write about anything that has to do with this saying as long as it's included in your submission. That being said, I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this one. I know that I'm excited to read them as they come in, but remember to have your records submitted to the collaboration by the end of the day, Monday, April 13th. Alright, boys and girls, that's all from me. Thanks again.